Everybody, welcome back to Pandemic Gaga's Cooking Show. I'm so glad to see you. We're going to make something new to us. It's an old family recipe, at least for me, because I pulled it out of my trusty recipe book, and it is from my sister-in-law and friend, Debbie Carroll. And she used to make this all the time at Christmas. That was my oven preheating. All the time at Christmas. And she would make one for the family gathering. And then she would make an extra one for Michael sometimes because he really liked it. And you know, I have only made it a few times. I really have. Shame on me because I know Michael loves it. But I'm fixing to make it now, and you're going to join me, and it's going to be really easy. Now, I believe Debbie Carroll got this recipe, I believe she told me, from a friend of hers. So it's been passed around a lot. And you guys may already be making this. I don't know. But we're going to give it a try today. And I promise it'll be easy. Y'all like my recipe book? See these three ladies on here? I always thought when I bought this, and I transferred a lot of my recipes into here, some of the favorites, that wouldn't it be sweet to put a picture of my grandmother, myself, my mom, and that would just be a neat recipe book. It's just a regular picture photo book is what it is. But y'all look. Y'all know those people? I don't. That's the picture that came in the book. Gotcha. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. We're going to have a good time. First thing you need to do, well, you're going to need, the most important thing in this recipe is a 1 cup measuring cup. 1 cup. It's going to be 1 cup of chocolate chips, 1 cup of pecan, 1 cup of coconut, 1 cup of graham crackers, and then in addition to that, we're going to need our 9x9 baking dish, 1 stick of butter, and then we will top it off with Eagle brand milk. So, that is 1 cup of each. Chocolate chips, pecans, coconut, graham crackers. 1 cup of each. And the first thing we're going to do is, and then we're going to need our 1 can of Eagle brand milk. And our 1 stick of butter. First thing I did was spray, you know me and spraying, spray my pan. And we're going to put this butter in there. Boop. Uh-oh, I did make a little mess there. That was terrible of me. And I'm going to stick this in the oven, which I preheated to 350. And we're going to let this butter melt. Won't take it any time at all. Don't y'all let me forget to get it out in a minute. Or you might see my kitchen on fire before I do, right behind me. We're trying to remember. Y'all remind me, okay? Now, I'm going to use this little handy dandy chopper that I've told y'all about. That little favorite thing. And because I won't need it for the coconut, but it needs to be, and you can probably purchase them already in like chips rather than little bitty chips. I don't know what they call them, but I'm sure you can already buy them like that. So go ahead and buy a cup of that if you want to. But I have in my pantry today these that are that big. So I'm going to see if this will work. Otherwise, we'll go to plan 2. And it does have a chop button, so maybe. I'm going to fill that cup up good. Maybe. There we go. There's a little piece of it. No, that's butter. I've let butter get way over there, y'all. Did you put it there? All right, we're going to try this, see what happens. I never tried to chop nuts or anything in that. And I want them in bits and pieces. I don't want them, you know, like smashed graham crackers. We'll see. We may have to go to pan. It's looking pretty good. pulse it. See how that looks. I'm gonna get that's looking good. I'm gonna get a knife and kind of go around the bottom there and flip it up just a little bit. Make sure we've still got a few big pieces, so I'm gonna pulsate it maybe 2 or 3 times more. There. Now, that looks good. That looks good. Absolutely. Good job, y'all. We did it. No reason to clean it out. After all, it's all going to the same pan. So we have a cup of that. I'm going to show you how we need to do those chocolate chips. Because I just have the chips, and I think those might be just a little bit big. These are just the regular size chocolate chips. So we're going to get us a cup of that. Let's see. Let me get some little balls, y'all. I'll just mess up. I don't mind cleaning up. Said the crazy woman. Of course I mind cleaning up. So there it is. See if it'll fit in here. Yeah. So there's our pecans. Now let's go for our cup of chips. Yeah, these would be good to use because they got hot in the car on the way home from the grocery, and some of them stuck together. So I like to use Dollies chocolate. Can y'all see that? Dollies chocolate. It's milk chocolate chips. And they just look like anybody else's chocolate chips. And I need a few more, which I just happen to have right here on the counter. It looks like it's going to be exactly what I need. And these are on the counter because I haven't gotten this bowl in a long time myself, but grandkids, me, whoever, sometimes you just gotta have a bite of chocolate, y'all, or you're gonna go insane. So I just keep a few chips right here, sits on my kitchen counter. So that is just right. So I'm gonna put this in here. We're gonna chop them just a little bit and watch them closely. Let's take a look. Oh, get back in there. They're not chopping as easily. But they are chopping. Now, there we go. I think that's good. We just want to make sure, you know, the larger the hunk of chocolate, the harder it is or the longer it takes for it to melt, you know, and we wanted to get it to melt on down, but it will have, but you just want to chop it because you don't want it to be, you want to have those little bits and pieces still in there. So we're going to put that back in that bowl. Get out there, chocolate. So now we have our pecans and our, can y'all see that? Pecans and our chocolate. I'm going to put this back on here for now because we're going to make a cup of graham cracker. Let me check, boys and girls. Let me check. melting right along. Get something to set it on here in a minute. All right, here we go. Get back over there. So, I don't know how many graham cracker squares it takes to make a cup, but I think it will take a few. What we don't use, we'll use another time. Just put it in a baggie. You want this ground down. I'm using the grind. This is kind of like a pizza crust. Oh yeah. I'm going to need more. But it's getting there. It is getting there. Need some more, but before I want to show y'all something. Now, everybody did not used to have one of these grinders. So here's what you used to do. You put whatever you was wanting to chop up. Put another one in there. Grind up, and you put it on your tabletop. What your grandma did, or your whatever, great grandma, or yourself, what old you are. I'm gonna get a towel, because I would have done that. And then you get one of these things. You see that thing right there? It looks mean, doesn't it? It is. This was my mother's. And it's a tenderizer. Oh yeah, some of y'all probably have one. But this is what she would tenderize her meat with. Lord, she would go to town on liver. Liver or minute steaks or something like that. I mean, round steaks. Oh my gosh, she beat the far out of them. And I don't know that I've used hers very much. But it can be fun. And I'll tell you what I have done with it. And then you take it over here. You beat the, don't beat it directly on your counter. At first, I'd wrap it in a towel. And then I've got it sitting on a piece of silicone. Don't forget to zip up your... Oh, you can walk in the kitchen, she'd be going, you know, ooh, she was mad at Daddy. Or one of us, heaven forbid. Woo! That'd be rough too. But she would, I'm taking the flat part, she would take this to beat the meat. Maybe beat my dad, I don't know. I guess not, because I never saw him with this in the side of his head or nothing. But look there. Flip it over. If you ever do that again to me, I'm going to hurt him bad. And there you go, y'all. Same thing. everything. And then there we go. Get over here. Oh, yeah. Now, y'all don't tell Michael. Well, he knows. But you don't have to let on like you know. I'll keep this in a very special place where they can be seen at all times. And it's always watching the goings and the comings of Michael. And if there ever comes a time he really needs to be straightened out, wham! Could kill me for saying such a thing. Oh, y'all. I kid you. But it's a thought. Don't you just love to laugh? I do. Now, where are we? Oh, you think I do? Y'all want me to prove it? All right, we've got our 3 pecans, chips, graham cracker crust. Now we need a cup of, we need to go check our butter again. Oh yeah, it's done. Let me put up. You know what? I gotta put my towel on. It's just all melty. There we go. Leave that there. Let me get my scissors. We need a cup of this coconut. Cup of coconut. Set that out of the way. I'll put that in a plastic bag, keep fresh. First thing that goes in is our graham cracker, because it is our crusty stuff. So we're going to put that in there on top of this butter. You see? Sprinkle it all around. Yep, girl, I hope I'm doing this right. Who knows? And I think I will just take this knife, means it's sitting here looking at me, and spread that out a little more. Just make sure I've got it all over the bottom. And that butter just goes with that graham cracker crust. Okay. Now, it does not matter what order you put the things in. But I am thinking I'm going with the pecans first, because that will add a little more foundation to the bottom. Let me get a, let's see if I can help you see it a little more. Now, let's add the, what do y'all think? Let's add the chocolate chips next. They will melt down in there. These are gooey. For y'all like my technical terms, I know you do. These are gooey, and I don't like nuts or coconut, which is me. I'm just weird. But so I don't eat it, but Michael loves it. He really does. So you guys need to try that. Make a great dish to take to somebody's house sometime. Then we're going to go with the coconut, and I'm going to actually, instead of trying to pour, it's just going to all dump out. I'm going to spread it like this. It doesn't have to be even, but you want it to be everywhere. And because I have a little bit sitting here on my counter where I missed, because we always keep our counters washed before we start cooking, I'm going to just pick that up. Yeah, coconut does smell good, I'll give you that. See the layers in there? And then lastly, let me get the sticky off of my fingers. Lastly, we are going to add the 1 can of Eagle brand milk. Hope you guys are having a good day today. We're getting a little bit of rain. It's very cloudy out today, and it's almost 74. And here it is in the middle of August almost. But we needed the rain. I know everybody's crops needed the rain. And now we're going to pour our can, and we're just going to drizzle it. Let's drizzle it all over the place. Gosh, there's no telling how many years it has been since I have, oh man, I bet it's been 35 years since I've made this. Let me clean that out. One of y'all can tell me where my spatulas are, can't you? I like that. Y'all, I know, just on a little bit of a serious note, I know that our governor in Kentucky and other states, especially the Democratic states, but a lot of states, have chosen just this week to move school back even further. And now they're saying, you know, the 1st of October before they get back into class. And so they're going to have to do everything online. And y'all, let's just pray for the teachers, the principals, the superintendents, and all those that are over our local school, the school board. They're over our all of our towns, communities have the same hierarchy of school officials. And let's just say a prayer for them that you know, that they will have a calm spirit, and that parents and grandparents will have a calm demeanor toward them, because, well, for many reasons, but one reason is because they love our children and grandchildren. These teachers love the children that they have in their classroom, and so it burdens them that it's such chaos right now, and they know they can't even get, you know, their lesson plans prepared to start the school year hardly. And it's all this last minute changing and everything. And they have our local folk who are in charge of the school, they have at this point very little to say about it. Very, very little control, if any. The teachers don't have any control when the school starts. The principals really don't have any control over when our school starts. We're in a strange time, and our nation as a whole. And, you know, I just don't want us, the parents and grandparents, to be angry or upset or even aggravated at the teachers and all those of our local officials, because, you know, the mandates and things that come down, they're not laws. And they can go against those laws and know what's better for their community, which really would be the best. What's better for their community, because we have small communities, we have large communities, we have, you know, different age groups and communities and things like that. And they know more the pulse of the parents and all, and the children and the county or whatever. And so they know, I would think they would know best how to handle these situations, because they're not all the same in every even county of a state, much less every state. And so, but when it comes down to it, you know, I know ours are told that if they didn't have to comply, but if they didn't, they would be getting phone calls from the state officials, and that the state would not back them, and just different things like that, you know, just hardships, you know. And so they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So let's give them grace and encourage them and pray for them to be calm and to very quickly be able to what's the word I would? We'll just say to be able to go through all these changes that are happening just, you know, within hours sometime of each other, you know. And so let's just be calm. Let's remember ourselves that our Lord and Savior is in control, and that this world is full of madness and craziness. God knows what's going on, but He's allowed free will. And sometimes, most of the time, our circle is affected by others that circles bump into ours. And so, I don't know, it's not a one size fits all. It's, but it's heavy on their hearts. And I want them to just be able to roll with their punches, just be able to keep a good level of mindset. Just, you know, well, today we're doing viral. Oh, tomorrow we're going to school. Oh no, today we're going to do viral again. Today we're going to do both. I mean, they've been through all this all summer, you know, and it's hard to plan. And I have a heart for the teachers, because I have a daughter who is one, and I have several friends that are. So, several of my little snickerdoodles moms are. So let's just give them grace, and let's stand behind them and lift them up. And whenever we can, let's tell them, you know, through all this, you're doing a good job, and thank you for loving on my kid, you know, my grandkid. So that's all I have to say about that. Now, there we go. That Eagle brand milk just kind of slides down in there. Oh, here we go again, trying to get the honey right. There. Oh, look. We're going to put this in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes. So what that means is set your timer for 20 minutes and then check it. If you think it's getting, you know, brown on top and it's looking firm, it's going to be gooey. But just eyeball it. And, you know, nothing in here really has to be cooked. It just needs to, everything in here could be raw, you know. So You want it maybe a little undercooked, but you want it to be able to cut also. So set your timer for 20 minutes on 350. And then go, minute or two by minute or two if you feel like it needs a little bit of cooking extra than the 20 minutes. And it should be anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. So that's on 350. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you know how much I love you, and I hope you know how much the Lord Jesus Christ loves you too. See you later.